Hey guys, welcome to another breakdown of The Bad Batch Season 2. Today we had episode 3 released, and this was an interesting episode because Crosshair is the only member of Clone Force 99 that we see. We also see the return of Commander Cody for the first time since Order 66 was given. And one of the themes of this episode seems to be the failing loyalty of the clones and a bit more on the beginning of the transition from clones to stormtroopers. So in Season 1, we learned that the Empire is transitioning away from clones, largely due to cost, but in this episode we begin to see that that is not the only reason for the change. The episode starts on a Separatist planet called Desix, where the Empire arrives, and an Imperial officer named Groton tries to forcefully take his place as the new governor of Desix, displacing the current governor in the process. Tawny Ames, the current governor, refuses to let the Empire walk in and take control, stating that Desix does not fall under Imperial jurisdiction as they had left the Republic years ago. She orders her battle droids to capture Groton and hold him hostage to send a message to the Empire that Desix will not cooperate. In response to this kidnapping, Vice Admiral Rampart sends a squad to Desix to forcefully take control, led by Commander Cody. Cody had specifically requested to have Crosshair on his team after hearing that he had been cleared for battle again. Rampart calls Crosshair into his office to brief him on the assignment, where we learn that Crosshair was left alone on a platform on Kamino for 32 rotations. Rampart asks why he came back after being left all that time, and Crosshair says because he is a soldier of the Empire. And this is going to come up again later in the episode, but it's interesting that some of the clones have begun questioning orders, while Crosshair still executes them without question. And I think this is probably because of his increased programming through his inhibitor chip. Cody meets up with Crosshair, where Cody talks about how more and more of the clones have been questioning the order, and it's kind of hinted here that Cody is one of those clones, but Crosshair doesn't even bat an eye before calling anyone who questions the order a traitor. The squad arrives on Desix under the guise of a diplomatic envoy, but Governor Ames doesn't buy it. She has their transport shot down and hides out in a tower with Groton and her tactical droid, which is controlling all the battle droids. With the help of Crosshair, the clones battle their way up to the tower, and in the process, Crosshair uses some pretty sweet tactics, such as shooting a puck with a mirror on it to get around corners and take out the tactical droid. I thought that part was pretty awesome. In the tower, Tawny Ames has Groton at gunpoint and demands that Desix be recognized as an independent system, and that all she wants is peace for her people. Something that is often lost on more casual viewers of Star Wars is that the Separatists were not necessarily bad people. They split away from the Republic because they didn't agree with what was going on, but many Separatist leaders were good people who just wanted peace. However, one of the reasons why they are viewed in an antagonistic way is because Palpatine was orchestrating both sides of the war and wanted the fighting to continue so he could continue to give himself more power. Cody recognizes that she's only after peace, and so he puts his weapon down and convinces her to release Groton, but then Groton orders Cody to execute Ames. Cody hesitates, but Crosshair does not and disposes of Tawny promptly. As the group is leaving Desix, you see that tons of stormtroopers are now on the planet, with more arriving, and the Empire has taken control. Cody seems troubled by all this, and when they get back, he asks Crosshair if the new Empire is actually making the galaxy better, and Crosshair has a pretty typical Crosshair response and just says that they are soldiers and they do what needs to be done. Cody responds to that by saying what makes clones different from battle droids is that they make their own decisions, and they have to live with those choices too. Then the episode concludes with Crosshair tossing and turning in his bed before receiving another assignment from Rampart, in which he learns that Cody has gone AWOL. So it seems that things might be heading toward Crosshair having a similar moment of recognition that the Empire he is fighting for is not doing what's right. But I also have to say I think that's a great ending for Cody if we never see him again. But I would also not be surprised if he turns up and joins the Bad Batch. They help him remove his inhibitor chip and stuff like that. He doesn't really seem like someone who would just go into hiding. So that's the end of episode 3, which I really enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought, and I will see you in the next episode.